Okay, hello. Now I'll present you this knife, which in fact is my second most expensive knife. And this knife, along with the Decepticon original, is made in China, because this knife, although it's a Russian design, is made in China. And it's a superb knife, of course, but I have a video on it, and for the price I paid, which is around 100, it's around $1,000. It's not that good for this price, but it's limited edition, 300, whatever. This knife, on the contrary, it's not limited edition. It's just native Chinese knife. It's not that original. I mean, the blade is pretty similar with this, with the asymmetric. Yeah, it has some similarities. It's not exactly the same, of course, but it has some similarities with it, like this part here, then this, and then this little groove, and it's the same here. And they call it, how do they call it? They call it LW-AH46 Apache knife. And maybe they wanted to be resemble the Apache helicopter. I guess so. And this knife now costs around $330 on AliExpress. I bought it 2 weeks ago from one seller, which was new seller, and I think he wanted to make a name, and he sold it for about $279 to me. So I bought it a little cheaper. And that's the reason I bought this knife, because for $330 I was, it's a little too much. But below $300, I said this knife is the knife I like. And this is the first knife I own with a one-piece titanium handle. As you see, this is one of the unique features of this knife. It's like lion steel three-folder, or what was that? Lion steel T-spine, tie spine, or whatever, which is one-piece titanium. And this is one-piece titanium. I think Spyderco has a model with one-piece titanium, but this is rarely. This is not the common thing in the knife world to have a one-piece titanium handle. And this is the first original Chinese knife that I know of that has that kind of handle, and it's amazing. When I get this knife on my hand, this knife is relatively long. Not that much long, wait. So this knife is 23 centimeters long, almost 22.8 centimeters, which is pretty long knife. It's not that short blade. It's very comfortable with this thumb stud, which is very flat on top, as you see. And let's see it up close. I like the blade the most. It's like completely superb made. The blade, it has some things here, which is machined parts that you cannot cut yourself, because they are just amazing. I'm completely blown away by this knife, by the manufacturing, by all the hard labor of the machines that is in this knife. And see the shape, like here and here and this here. It's just perfect. This thing I don't like. You know, I seen this knife on the French guy's review. It was the only review of this knife until I bought it, and I didn't like these things. But still, this is Apache, so they maybe wanted to be like the helicopter. They want a little industrial things to put in there. So yeah, and this is like a helicopter. Wow, this is moving super easy. Wow, I didn't realize that until now, but sometimes it happens. Let's see if it's centered. Yeah, it's perfectly centered. It's superb flipper. And the one thing I don't like about this knife, there are almost nothing that I don't like. I like completely. It's in the close position. It's amazing looking. It's very nice. There are a few things I don't like. Also, the knife, but I will say it a little later. It came with this kind of screw for the pivot. This, and as you see, it doesn't have too much screws because it's one piece titanium handle. So it has a pivot screw. It has a screw here about this metal insert on the frame lock, and here screw for the pocket clip. This is a, let's see if we can see that. It's shining in the dark a little bit. It's a tritium. It will shine for about at least 15 years. As they say, it's cool. Yeah. And let's see here. They say they made this thing here, so the frame lock will not go any further. It's their thing. Most of the knife makers made it in the other way. They make the metal insert to have a little like thing pointing down inside, so the frame lock cannot go any further. But this they made original with this pin here, which is not bad. I mean, all knife is some kind of original. I haven't seen this kind of. The blade is amazing. The finish, this satin finish with this stripes like here, it's just amazing. And it says on the one side, it said LW knives, yeah, AH46 Apache, and the other side says M390 steel, and they say it's 100% M390 steel, Austrian steel, which I believe because the price of this knife is just yeah, super salty. This is one of the most expensive Chinese knives you can find on AliExpress or DHgate. For $330, yeah, yeah, obviously this is one of the most expensive knives. It came with this screw and with this ball bearings. I don't know what ball bearings are inside, but the seller gave me this two types of ball bearings. I can test it on my other knives, and these white ones are very good because they're double row ball bearings, which is cool, and it's a good bang for the buck, like they say, in my opinion. So I like this knife, of course. I like it very much. It came yesterday for my birthday, and I'm super happy. The seller was super quick and everything, no problem. But his price now is not $279 like I bought it. It's 320 something, so it's almost 330 like every other seller. So this knife now cannot be found for less than $330, which is pity because this knife is worth to have, and most people won't give this kind of money. But this knife, I tell you, is worth it. It's superb made. It doesn't have any flaws, except for a few flaws that I will tell you now. So it's a superb flipper, yes, it's superb flipper. I mean, the flipper, exceptional. This one is also a very good flipper, very good. It doesn't have thumb stud, and it's for a reason, because it's a flipper. And you don't need thumb stud. This one is a flipper also, very good one. It has a thumb stud, but it's just decorative thumb stud, and you can remove it also. There's a screw here. Yeah, this is the other screw. This one, this, and this one here. So you can remove that, but it will hurt the visuals of the knife, because this is pretty knife, and mostly because of this thumb stud here, and it's very comfortable to push to push cut on something with your thumb here, it's very comfortable, just amazing. But if you wanna open it by the thumb stud, it's just amazingly hard. It's super hard. It's in the beginning I couldn't make it because if you squeeze here the frame lock, if you squeeze it and you try to push it, it's impossible. It's just absolutely impossible. So you have to get the knife in that position that you don't squeeze the frame lock, and then you can open it by the thumb stud, which is absolutely impractical. So the flipper works just amazingly fine, no problem at all. And the thumb stud is just for beauty and just for maybe comfortable cutting from this side. I haven't seen such nice thumb stud before, and it is corresponding with all the design. And in my opinion, this knife is just amazingly beautiful. Maybe it's because it's new for me and everything. I didn't like the handle at the beginning when I saw it on the video. When I saw the picture, I said the blade is amazing, and everybody said the blade is amazing, but the handle, almost nobody likes it too much. Now, when I get it in my hands and I see how light it is, and let's see, because they say in the site it's 155 grams, which is pretty light for this size knife, and I think they won't lie because they usually don't. But let's see how light it is. Alright, yeah, 153 actually grams, 0.6, so 154 grams, which is very, very good, very good. And yeah, the one thing I don't like too much is that this thumb stud is not practical at all to be opened with. You cannot open it with the thumb stud, very easy. And the other thing is that this knife is super dull. I mean, not super dull. It can cut through paper, it can cut, but it came dull as the Decepticon came. The Decepticon came super dull. Now it's you can shave with it, because I gave it to my friend, which is one of the best sharpeners in Bulgaria, and he made it like a Jedi blade, you know, Jedi sword. It's amazingly sharp now, the Decepticon, and this is practical. Yeah, this is $1,000 knife, yes, but still, you gotta see the practical side. This is a knife. It's have to cut, you know. It have to be able to cut. This knife, for now, it cannot cut very well. I will probably sharpen it with the fixed angle sharpener I have, which is made from this guy. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I think I will be able to sharpen it, and it will be very sharp after a day or two, because I will take my time. I will maybe probably few hours I will get to sharpen this knife. And maybe let's compare it to other knives. Yeah, I can talk about this knife maybe for a little while more, about how this handle is so incredible, made from one piece of titanium, which is then machined for I don't know how long to be made like this pretty thing. This is a Benchmade Torrent, of course. I always compare my knives with Benchmade Torrent because this is one iconic knife for me, one of the, I don't know, legendary in my opinion. Very beautiful, just amazing knife. But whatever, this is a little longer knife, but still very elegant, as you see. Very, I don't regret at all giving this kind of money. It's in European money, it's around, I gave around 250 euro and it cost almost €300 now. $330. $330 is almost €300 or equal. I'm not sure. So it's pretty expensive, but I think it's worth the price. And if you have this money and you want to give it, I mean, to get something which is like a jewelry almost, very well made, very beautiful, very precise tool, this is the knife. I cannot recommend anything more than this knife for this money. I think it's pretty amazing, this knife, and it's also my first with the one-piece titanium handle. I don't think many people have one-piece titanium handle because, for example, the tie spine lion steel, which is smaller than this, less titanium, it's very beautiful knife. No doubt about it. But it's €400, around €400, I think. So yeah, this is a little cheaper, not much, but a little cheaper, bigger knife, and also superb looking, also very original knife because it's completely Chinese. And I lately, for the last few years, I like to give Chinese people a chance, and they never let me down because they made awfully good copies of Western or Russian knives, or even Italian like lion steel copies and stuff, and also made awfully good original knives like this one, or like this one is also original Chinese, and you will see the resemblance. You will see the blades are pretty same looking. I mean, this is the asymmetric design almost in these knives, but they made it look amazingly also, because the asymmetric is one hell of a knife. It's amazing, superb knife. This one also is very nice. If I gotta choose, for example, if somebody asks me, would you buy this knife for $330, or would you buy the expensive asymmetric copy, which is around $150, I'm not sure, so it's one half of this price. I think the asymmetric is the better buy. Yeah, because it's carbon fiber, it's very light, it's longer than this and everything. But still, this knife, it's on the different level, you know. It's amazing feel on the hand, amazing looking knife. Everybody who take a look at this knife say, wow, what a beautiful piece. Even people that are not into knives, they say, wow, this is one hell of a beautiful knife. And there are not so much knives that can give this kind of impression, and not knife lovers. So that's it about this knife. This is super long video. This is one of the longest videos I made. I'm sorry that I was so rich in words, but this knife deserves it. This is I mean, I'm super impressed. I was not expecting this. I was just I wanted to make a test, just to see, to give this kind of money and to see what I get, what original knife Chinese can make with one-piece titanium handle and stuff. And this blew my mind. When I opened it for the first time yesterday, I was blown away. I was like, wow, it's prettier than the pictures. It's just, you can see it, of course. I'm telling you, it's superb, but the video is good enough. You can see everything. You can see that this knife there's no flaws. It's just I haven't have the belief that the Chinese can make this kind of thing. But now I know that they can make almost everything, and I have my you know, I think that maybe this is also Kevin Jones' work, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating, of course. Probably. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But that will be because 20 minutes video. It's absurd. So, bye for now. It is one hell of a knife. Yeah. Thank you.